Hello and happy Finally Friday from Radically Rational and radicallyrational.com. Okay, Trump is not the first man or woman to fudge about their weight, but saying 215 with a straight face is reflective of his overall complete inability to tell the truth about anything, even the most obvious or mundane. And it's that denial of and disdain for truth at every level that has now earned him his proud status as Georgia inmate number PO 1135809. 867. Oh, that's another one. And don't call Jenny either. 215? 215? That taterhead is one tot away from 320. And that mugshot? Ooh, see, that's what happens when your historical role model is Benito Mussolini. Ooh, I'm scared, aren't you? I'm thinking maybe Rudy gave him some posing tips following his own glam shot session on Wednesday. I think that's very likely. Okay, I would say that his orangeness is now kind of overscheduled, wouldn't you? Damn, his calendar is now more loaded and cluttered than my football spotting charts. Man, I wouldn't want to be his scheduler at this point. I thought the whole sweet surrender, and by the way, was this interesting? He's saying never surrender at the same freaking time he's surrendering. That boy just ain't right. He ain't ready for prime time. But I thought the whole television event last night fell kind of flat. Didn't you? In fact, BB and I, who follow these things pretty closely, finally just flipped over to Netflix and watched an episode of The Lincoln Lawyer on Netflix, and we saw that Mickey Haller is a bad man, and the ladies seem to like him too. So now Jim Dandy Jordan is going after Fonnie. That old wrestling coach is going to regret that because she will pin his ass. All right, the United States has a 247-year history of political disagreements expressed on various levels of intensity throughout that history. But for the most part, they've been conducted with at least a lip service mutual commitment to democracy. That's why all of this that's been going on for the last 6 years or so is just a whole nother deal. Now we have a political party, and I use that term in the loosest possible sense, whose zealots look you right in the eye and say, democracy. See, this is no longer business as usual. This doesn't compare to anything else in our history. And I'm still waiting for the Stepford cultists to explain to me why conspiring to illegally and dishonestly overturn the confirmed results of a free and fair election in order to prevent the peaceful transfer of power was not an attempted coup. Of course it was. It was the definition of an attempted coup. It was a complex plot to overthrow the government of the United States, nothing less. Tell me where I'm wrong. I'm not wrong. Mark Meadows is demanding that his case be moved to federal court, claiming the charges result from his duties as a federal official. Not completely frivolous, and his lawyers kind of had to run that one up the flagpole, but bet on hell no and lay the points on this one. We'll learn more from a hearing that is scheduled for Monday. I'm hearing media types refer to Prigozhin's demise as, quote, an early death. No, it was right on time in Putin time. All right, and I got to get this off my chest. A lot of TV foofs immediately need to jettison cliche references to Trump, quote, sucking all the oxygen out of the room. I heard it 3 more times this morning, and it's not 7 o'clock yet. So apparently, no O2, no oxygen is reaching their brains as well. So this helpful suggestion also extends to in real time and, of course, the end of the day, but details are sketchy, and time will tell. The old news director in me wants to open the door and say, get your ass in my office right now. Okay, tonight will mark the start of my 51st season as a football play-by-play announcer or analyst. Sure, I'm proud of that, but more than anything else, I am on my knees grateful. I owe a lot of people a lot for providing me with those opportunities, and I have not gotten cheated, and I am most grateful. So I hope you'll check out tonight's game, live streaming telecast of the opener between two young and very promising programs as the Piper Warriors visit the Glen Grizzlies in Leander. Kickoff at 7. Go to YouTube, find that game between Piper and Glen, and then visit the Warriors Network. Football is the great game. I love it every much as I did when I was 19, maybe more, and that makes me a very lucky man. One other thing, it's August 25th. I'm going to resist the urge to dive under my desk because that's what I was doing 6 years ago today when Hurricane Harvey wrecked the Texas Gulf Coast. That was an experience that would change your life. So let's take this away from that. We're still very early in the 2023 tropical storm season. So let's get prepared and stay prepared because that's the radically rational thing to do. See you tomorrow.